JP is the president of Legal X and senior manager of Spell Off Go. Whether he is on the go or spending time with his family, he gives everything, he does his all, and that is what makes him the inspiring individual that he is today.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of In Love With Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafae Velasco, and for this series, our topic is Finding Your Why. For this episode, we have an empowered man, the president of Legal X, and here he is to motivate us to take action. So without further ado, let's welcome the amazing JP Lazatin. Hi, JP.
Hi.
Are you surprised?
Yes, I am surprised. I was actually surprised about all those photos. I didn't know you were going to get that from my feed. But wow, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, well, that's a little surprise for our guests before we start, because I know that you might have forgotten all the special moments in your life, especially the ones that you have, brought achievements or perhaps joy. So I wanted to make sure that you feel comfortable before we talk about your life. So before that, guys, so JP is here, guys, to share his inspiring journey. And please, JP, share a little bit of your background on how you are the empowered man that you are today.
Okay. Well, I mean, as far as background, I actually was born in the Philippines. I moved to the States at a young age. And, I was working there as an accountant at a couple of tech companies before moving back to the Philippines. And now I'm working at a distribution company in San Fernando, Pampanga. And I mean, as far as being empowered, I think that's pretty strong words. I don't know if I would say it like that. As far as where I am today and where empowerment comes from, I think it's all self within. And it's all about believing yourself and not giving up on yourself no matter what obstacles you face in life. And that's just, the story of my life, throughout what I've been through in life, throughout all the experience that I've gone through and all the mistakes and failures I've learned to grow from that and just to get back up and keep moving. So I think the main focus is just to never stop believing in yourself. Just keep moving forward.
I totally agree with that. I think every day is a new challenge. Every day is also continuous learning. And, I do want to talk about when you went to the States, leaving your comfort zone. How did that feel for you? I know you were younger, so it might have been a different experience to when you were coming back home. So can we talk a little bit about your transition going to America? How was that feeling?
You know what? Obviously the transition to the States. I was still young, so I didn't really notice it as well. I think the more difficulty was transferring from the States back to here, Pampanga. Obviously, traveling to the States, I'm a foreign kid over there. I was teased a lot when I was young. Maybe that's why I got rid of my Filipino accent, because everyone used to make fun of me as a kindergarten kid going there. So, the transition was easier because there's a lot of different people in LA and California that I really found people that I connected with, and I really enjoyed my life there. I really enjoyed the difficult part was transitioning from the States to here in the Philippines.
And with that, I mean, I think we have a little bit of a alignment on the background, because I too left when I was 6.
Oh, really? Okay.
When I got to Australia, I was bullied. I mean, I didn't understand. I was young. Up until this day, talking about it, I realized why I am the person I am today, because my mom was there to fight back for me. I mean, I think maybe I didn't speak English well enough. And there was this girl, she was redhead and freckles, and, I thought, wow, I'm different. Yeah. But then she was pinching me and just punching my side, and I didn't understand it. So I get that culture shock, and I get the difference of not, I think, belonging, but like you said, you always have to have that motivation and inspiration, and not everybody gets to experience living outside of the Philippines, right? So for you to say coming back was the most difficult, why was that?
Well, yeah, well, like I said, like I think once you're like a Philam, a Filipino American, I think, or an Asian American, I think one of the things is you're always going to be a foreigner wherever you go. I'm a foreigner in the States because I'm, I'm not white, and I'm also a foreigner here because I still have an accent, American accent. So I'm always going to be a foreigner no matter where I go. But as far as coming back to here, I think the biggest challenge is the language barrier and just fitting into the culture here. I think that was just the main thing, the most challenging thing right now.
And especially in Pampanga. I mean, my dad's from Tarlac, so actually Kababayan also in that sense of that language. Do you speak Kapampangan?
Right now I do understand a little bit, but no, I'm still learning. So right now I'm taking it one step at a time. Tagalog first, and then move on to
Well, that's one thing that I told my dad, because they did teach us, or they spoke to us in Tagalog when we were in the
yes.
So I understood it. I would reply in English. But Kapampangan, that was the one language or dialect I actually wanted to learn. Because I just see it like, wow, you guys are loud. And are you mad? Really? They're happy.
Right? Yeah.
So, coming back to the Philippines, like you said, was a challenge. But then again, you still strive to pursue, becoming a businessman and building a business. And that is inspiring to me. So how is that, or what is your motivation on doing that as the president of Legal X?
Oh, I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of motivations in life, obviously. And I think maybe there's one thing I want to focus on that a lot of people don't think about, and I think as a motivation, I think negativity is an unknown motivation. I think maybe I have an athlete's mind, because when someone tells me I can't do something, or someone questions me, or that's what really gets me, like, oh really, you don't think I could do this? Or that is one of the strongest motivation factors for me. I'm not sure if you've watched like I said, Athlete's Mentality. If you watch this documentary that was recently popular, Michael Jordan's The Last Dance, one of his main motivations was he just kept making it up. Like, oh, what? They saying I'm still not the best? Or like he would create fights. He would create oh wait, there were things that he made up just to give him extra motivation. Like he was saying, people still don't believe in me. People still count me out. And that was what he did to motivate himself. And I see little similarities where when I'm talking in a room where people look past me, or people don't acknowledge me, or people think I can't do something, that's what really fuels me. And I think a lot of times right now in societies, when people say negative things about you, it brings you down. Because I admit, sometimes I do care about what people think too much. And instead of letting that negativity bring you down, you have to use it as fuel to power your engine. And that's what I've done, right now. And that's one of the big motivation factors that I think people should consider.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you. It was really a gift that the Netflix decided to launch The Last Dance, because of course, I have young kids, or, I consider we're millennials, right? Well, the Gen Z generation are still, I guess, wanting that easy way out. And for you to say you're challenged or motivated by people who say you cannot do it, or you're not the best, or you are not capable, and that builds your fire. That's what I want to achieve also, because I feel as though my upbringing, or our upbringing, was somewhat lucky, because we didn't rely on gadgets so much, right? We had the ability to go out and play, the ability to communicate more. So, I like what you're sharing here, because that is something that the youth really needs to know. I mean, you need to have that fighting spirit, that you can achieve anything and everything is possible, regardless of what others say. So, with that, is there, apart from Michael Jordan, apart from athletes, is there other people or resources that you use as guides and that really light your fire?
Yes, I think besides looking at people, I think there's certain little things we could do every day. Like everyone has social media. Like sometimes I follow certain accounts that provide motivation quotes. So when you wake up, you get a motivation quote daily, or you follow people that inspire you, like whether it's local entrepreneur, it was like with me, whether it's Elon Musk or the Bill Gates, like just following these people's lives and what they have, that motivates me even more. And I think we have to take advantage of what we have, like technology. Like it's so easy to get reminders every day or have apps to help motivate you and keep you focused. Because to be honest, it's hard. Sometimes there are days where I'm so motivated, I'm working hard 24/7, and there's other days where I can get distracted and just watch Netflix all day. So I'm just trying to find that balance, just trying to find staying focused, because it's so hard. It's so easy to get distracted in life, and you have to find ways to motivate you every day.
Exactly. And of course, this year has been very challenging also. So you have to be that cheerleader for yourself, right? But during this period, JP, was there something new that you've learned about yourself, considering that you have enough or a lot of time having to reorganize your life since we obviously
Yeah.
cannot go out as much?
Yeah, I think obviously like everyone else during this pandemic, we getting a chance to now seeing what we're taking for granted, just the little things in life, the simple joys in life that because everyone likes to go out, or whether just even going to the grocery store to pick things up, like those are the simple things we take for granted because everyone's stuck in their homes right now. So I think that's the key things that we're realizing right now is just, wow, how precious life is, and like, wow, that was really nice that I had that, now I don't. So those are the things that I'm going through right now. It's like, wow, I really had it good in life,
Yes.
right? The
I
simple
know
joys
what
that
you're
we're
talking
missing, right?
Yes. It's like we're little kids again, right?
Yes, yeah. Oh my God.
I just took the kids possibly just for a ride, and their eyes are just lighting up like, oh my gosh, look at that, look at that. I'm like, oh my gosh, you see that all the time before. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. But it does feel good. It does feel good to realize that, wow, we are blessed with what we have in front of us. We realize the things that we were wanting more, we actually can live without. So, with that, what would be your words of wisdom? What would be your advice to everyone right now, especially, ones that are feeling less hopeful on what they should be doing to keep themselves motivated and inspired during this time?
I think one of the key things to keep inspired is just do a lot of self reflection right now and try to self improve and just take some time to connect with people. I think that's one of the things that I've done right now. I've really reconnected with a lot of people that I haven't back before the pandemic. I've reached out to people that I haven't spoke to in a long time, and it really felt good to just reconnect with people during this time because we have more time right now, obviously staying in our homes, so might as well use it to connect with people and basically seeing how everyone's doing. I think that's what's helping me right now during this time.
Yes, it does. It's like again, you're getting to know everyone again. Catching up.
Yeah.
All these years. Because for me, I was reconnected with my best friend since grade 2, and now we're also doing shows together, hosting your show
Wow.
together.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, I know, guys. Please, if you're inspired by JP and what he does, daily habits, I suggest that you guys follow him and watch his business grow, because it's something that you might need, maybe your future businesses, and perhaps just a guide in what you want to do in life. So maybe JP, you want to give a little bit of a teaser of what you are passionate about right now and what you're building.
Yes, I'm definitely passionate. Ever since I was young, I've known what I want to do in my life. I want to start a business. That is my main goal in life. One of the main goals in life, and that's my passion. And right now, when you're starting a business, you're thinking like, oh, what problem am I solving in life, right? Like that's what you have to figure out first. And right now, when I looked at the Philippines as a whole, I looked at the current industry and like, wait a minute, I feel like there's a big problem in the legal industry right now. There was a survey done in 2018 that 20% of Filipinos are getting access to legal advice. That's meaning 80% of Filipinos are there without legal assistance at all. And out of that 20% of Filipinos that are getting legal advice, they're getting it from their friends, recommendations, and family. That's it. So it's really hard. So that's the user side. Now, as far as the lawyer side, the legal industry in the Philippines, the lawyers aren't allowed to market themselves. So there's really a problem there. So not accessibility is the key. So lawyers can market themselves as legal services, and also local Filipinos are having trouble assessing the lawyers because all they're doing is doing recommendations. So how do we solve that? How do we make that 20% at least 50 or 60%, so more Filipinos are getting legal advice? So we come up with the concept of, what if there's a mobile app that all the user has to do is download, and once they download the mobile app, they could message a lawyer, book an appointment, and video call a lawyer right there. All they have to do is one click, they could talk to a lawyer. So that's what I wanted to address. And it's a blessing, because not only am I starting a business, it's also a blessing that starting a business that helps people, because this truly does help people. Because there are a lot of times in my past as a user, like let's say I'm trying to help out. I remember in the past I was trying to help my family business. Like, oh, we need a contract for a tenant. So okay, I was sort of did a DIY, do it yourself contract, and I did it. I looked at it online for a template, and I submitted. But ever since the contract was signed, I noticed that, oh my God, there was a lot of issues and problems that I didn't address, and I was like, oh, I really wish I talked to a lawyer before I did this, right? And that's why I wanted to create something like this. It's like, you know what? I want to talk to a lawyer. It's so hard. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know where to look. I wish there was just an app where I could just open it, boom, look at a directory of lawyers and connect. And I'm so glad I'm creating something like that. And also, I even been pulled over by the MMDA before driving in Manila. I have no idea what to do. They're like, oh, we need your license. Oh, you need to pay a fine. Like, I have no idea. I wish I could just connect to a lawyer. And I think that's the main thing. Like, are you solving a problem? And I feel like with LegalX, that I am solving a problem. We're making legal access easy. And I think that's what I'm so excited about. I'm so excited to just put it out there and help people, and I'm glad that I'll be able to release this next month.
Yes, congratulations in advance. And I do love what you shared, that you created a business to help solve a problem or help others solve their problems. Because yes, it's much needed. Not everybody is equipped or even have the budget to really have a retained lawyer. And I believe with your with your program or your business, it allows just startups, people that just need that quick advice. So guys, do follow LegalX, and also JP, if you have any inquiries about perhaps the new business that you have, because I know a lot of people out there have been, the creative juices are running. So people are now on survival mode. They are creating businesses also to solve problems, but again, do not have the right network or perhaps the tools to understand the taxes or the legal side that you need before you open your business, or even just presenting perhaps receipts or whatnot. LegalX is the platform that can connect you to the right person or right lawyer, or just the guide, right, JP? And I see the passion coming out from you and your heart, and I'm there supporting you 100%. And I know we just briefly talked about this, so now I'm even more excited to be able to be part of your campaign on supporting others. And watch out, guys, I'm manifesting a show with JP on this. And we'll be talking to people who are in the profession. Will give great advice, even if it's just to give you that peace of mind, knowing that your passion, just like JP's, is reachable, right? You can, no matter what roadblocks or who tells you cannot. No, we're telling you you can.
You mind if I touch base on what you said right now about this? Because obviously one of my things I like to research, like the tech entrepreneurs that have done it. Like, I was just reading about the founder of Airbnb. The founder of Airbnb had no real estate experience. He didn't even have enough tech skills to build a website, but all he had was an idea, and that idea was all he needed to create the biggest real estate business in the world. And think about it, he doesn't own any real estate. All he did was the concept of creating a mobile app that connects people and homes. And what's good about it is he was just in like a 3-bedroom apartment, and he lifted up air mattress, put it in his living room, and that's how Airbnb started. Just that simple idea, like, oh wow, we have a living room, let's make more money. And based on that idea, it evolved to, obviously it's a lot of work, but it's all started with a simple idea like that, that grown up to be the biggest company, real estate company in the world, Airbnb. And it's inspiring. And that's why I read stories like that to inspire me. Like, wow, this guy had no experience at all in real estate or tech, but he was able to build the biggest tech company real estate company in the world. Pretty inspiring to hear stories like that. So just to like everyone out there, like, all you need is an idea, and it evolves through that idea.
And of course, the drive, right? You have to do your research. You have to be diligent on what else you can provide, I guess, and even more so if there's other services like that, then what can you do better? And to have that legal guide, you go to Legal X, right?
Yes, exactly. It's so inspiring. Like, there's so many inspirations out there right now. All I have to do is go to social media. I'm seeing a lot of my friends starting their online businesses out of nowhere, because during this pandemic, there's a lot of restaurants closing, but I'm sure everybody right now is seeing, oh, my friend is starting a bakery, oh, online food shop. It's inspiring to see all these people start their businesses during this pandemic, taking advantage of what's lacking right now.
Right. And with that, it's the positive side. Yes, we are in the challenging times, but we also have to see the good things about it, and JP is doing that along with a lot of people out there, which I also admire and respect. So, with that, JP, our topic is obviously finding your why. And I want to ask you, what is your why and what keeps you on pursuing that?
Okay. You know what? My why is basically like I know it sounds corny, but like, why not? Why, when I look at people, when I look at life, like, why not me? Why can't I do this? I feel like I could do this as well. I feel like I could be as just as good as this person if I believe in myself and I keep trying. I feel like you have to stop talking about it and you have to just do it. Like you said, idea right now, everybody has great ideas in life. But the one thing that separates people from everybody is the execution. Execution is more important than ideas. So talking about it is one thing, but you have to follow through and you have to go out there and just do it. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's. And as far as like why I do this, I do it because, like, to be honest, I'm doing what I do because I'm just searching for happiness. Right now, I feel incomplete. I get up in the morning, I'm going to work, but you know what? I still feel incomplete. I'm still searching for that, that state of happiness that I want to achieve. And right now, I'm not happy with my life right now. I'm trying to make myself a better person and to get to myself to where I want to be in life. And that is why I do what I do, because I'm just searching for that happiness and that fulfillment. And there are times when I'm working in Legal X and it's challenging and it's rough and I get stressed out, but I get excited about the prospect of the future. And when I think about Legal X and I think about achieving my goals, that's where I get my joy from. So that's why I do what I do. I'm just searching for that happiness, that fulfillment.
Thank you for that. The honesty is really key right now, because not only did you share with everyone that you're only human, but at the same time, you are taking advantage of the challenges and making it to a positive. And just to go back, you really are finding a solution for everyone, considering that we not really go out and meet with a lawyer face to face. So if you have the app, then you can be in the safety of your own home and still get that. Right? Be connected. And then also it's the correct paperwork, because I know my husband and I were having this conversation because his mom and his grandma used to go to Hallmark, And
Yeah. Yeah.
apparently Hallmark had contracts, just like
Wow.
templates that
Yeah.
they can print and buy. So,
Yeah.
guys, I think that is very outdated now, and you need
Yeah.
to really update the rules and regulations of how to build your business, or just the legal advice on certain things, maybe buying a property, or like you said, you needed a deed, or maybe an NDA or something. Just the format. It'll be nice to have a consultation with a lawyer first, because at least that way you're protected. Have that peace of mind, and of course, Legal X is there to give you that platform, right?
Yes.
JP.
Yes. Yes.
So I know you have a lot of people tuning in right now. And guys, again, like I said, if you have any other questions or just want to see what's new, or please download the Legal X if ever. You can check out their social media sites. And I know JP can invite you there. Go ahead, JP, if you have shout outs to your family and friends who are tuned in right now.
Oh, no. Not right now. I mean, I guess shout out to my business partner Gino. I guess he'll be here. He'll be here next week, so I'm excited for him to come on board and talk to his experience through a lawyer standpoint. I'm glad I was able to share the user standpoint of what I need and what we need as clients. Like what do we need in life? And I'm glad that Gino is coming next week to talk about the lawyer's perspective and what people could get from the app.
Yes, Gino, looking forward and excited to chat with you. And of course, I have to acknowledge the Kumu viewers. Salamat po for tuning in. I hope you learned so much from JP. And I will make sure that his social media handles are on this caption so that you can find him easily. And of course, JP, I look forward to all the blessings and opportunities for you and your company. I'm here to support you and my team. So God bless to all your plans. And thank you again for being part of our campaign, because you are truly inspiring in what you do. And just keep going for it. So with that, guys, I hope you've learned a lot here. JP, maybe you have some last words or anything you want to announce?
Yes, I just want to announce that Legal X will be ready next month to download. So, and if you have any questions, you could always email hello@legalx.ph, and we'll be happy to answer any questions anyone might have.
There you have it, guys. And with that, please tune in on Monday for Gino, who will be on our guest, who will be our guest, and he will be talking about coming from a lawyer's standpoint, and also his inspiring story. So, guys, you know what to do. Actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in this episode of In Love With Me. Thank you, JP.
Bye.
Thank you for watching In Love With Me series.